Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz with me, Dipika, and coming up in the next half an hour. New Zealand's clinical performance over South Africa earns them coveted T20 Women's Cricket World Cup trophy. Amelia Kerr awarded Player of the Match in their first ever title trophy at the World Cup. Liverpool pass major test of title credentials as they beat Chelsea in EPL encounter. Jones named Player of the Match. Tonight, Crystal Palace to face Nottingham Forest at Nottinghamshire. And in tennis, Roberto Agut emerges as European Open champion. Tommy Paul claims straight sets victory to win Stockholm Open. And Karin Khachanov seals another title victory, winning Almaty Open. To begin with women's cricket first, all-rounder Amelia Kerr starts with bat and ball as New Zealand beat South Africa by 32 runs to lift their maiden Women's T20 Cricket World Cup on Sunday after runners-up finishes in 2009 and 2010. Big victory also for veteran duo Sophie Devine and Suzie Bates, who received back-to-back final defeats in 2009 and 10. Here's more.
Women's T20 World Cup finally has a new champion's face as New Zealand clinched their maiden tournament title and second ICC World title. The White Ferns have finally joined Australia, England and West Indies amongst the winners after beating Laura Wolvaart's South Africa by 32 runs in the final at Dubai International Cricket Stadium. New Zealand entered the tournament after 10 consecutive T20 fails but turned their fortunes around after thrashing India in their opening match and beating West Indies in the semi-finals. Chasing 159 runs, South Africa were restricted to 126 for 9 in 20 overs, despite a knock of 33 runs off 27 balls by captain Laura Wolvaardt. New Zealand posted an impressive total of 158 runs, which is also the second highest in a Women's T20 World Cup final, scoring 73 runs in the last 6 overs itself. While bowling, Amelia Kerr and Rosemary Mayer bagged 3 wicket hauls. New Zealand's Kerr, with 15 wickets in the ongoing Women's T20 World Cup, also became the most successful bowler in a single edition of the tournament, winning both Player of the Match as well as Player of the Tournament. She said, "I'm a little bit speechless, to be honest. To get the win, considering what we have been through, is what dreams are made of." It was also a once-in-a-lifetime achievement for New Zealand captain Sophie Devine, who also played during New Zealand's 2010 defeat. After the win, she said, "I started to dream last night about what it feels to hold the trophy with this team. Didn't want to get too ahead of us. It's hard to say what it means, not just for myself, but for the other players, the team, and for New Zealand cricket." After 18 years of unwavering dedication, 35-year-old Sophie Devine and 37-year-old Suzie Bates wrote the perfect finale to their illustrious careers. The veteran duo, with a staggering 624 appearances between them, finally tasted the ultimate glory with White Ferns. Their journey has been marked by heartbreak, including back-to-back final defeats in 2009 and 2010. Yet, the duo persevered, their passion for New Zealand cricket never wavering. Devine and Bates' storied careers serve as a reminder that perseverance, teamwork, and determination can overcome even the toughest adversity. The triumph marks farewell to 2 legends of New Zealand cricket. Sports Desk, DD India.
Former New Zealand captain Suzie Bates on Sunday became the most capped player in women's international cricket when she was named in the playing 11 for her side's T20 World Cup summit clash. The final clash was Suzie's 334th outing in the Kiwis kit. The 37-year-old had made her international debut back in the year 2006 in an ODI against India at Lincoln. The venue eventually turned out to be her happy hunting ground, with her going on to score 843 runs in women ODIs at the venue, which is the most by a cricketer in the ODI format at the stadium. Bates also owns the record of scoring the most runs in the shortest format. In fact, she is the only cricketer to cross the 4,500 run mark. India's Harmanpreet Kaur is in second place and she has a deficit of close to 1,000 runs. Moving on to men's cricket now, spin bowling all-rounder Washington Sundar has been added to the Indian squad for the upcoming second and third tests against New Zealand. The selectors have added Washington to the team as its 16th member without making any changes to the squad. The second test is scheduled to start in Pune on the 24th of October. Washington has been part of India's white ball squads in recent months but has not played test cricket since March 2021. Recently, Sundar scored a century for Tamil Nadu in Ranji Trophy match against Delhi. Indian captain Rohit Sharma said they will have to carefully manage Rishabh Pant's workload for the remainder of the series against New Zealand. The wicketkeeper batsman suffered a knee injury in the first test that India lost by 8 wickets. Pant left the field when he was struck on his right knee after missing a stumping chance on the second day of the test in Bengaluru last Thursday and handed over the gloves to Dhruv Jurel for the rest of the match. The 27-year-old had surgery on the same knee after a near-fatal car crash in late 2022. Rohit Sharma said, and I quote him here, "He's had a massive operation on his leg. We all know what he went through. It's important just to be a little careful about where he is at and what he is to us. Even when he was batting, he was not running comfortably. He was trying to put the ball in the stands. He has had a lot of minor surgeries and went through a lot of trauma in the last 1.5 years." Unquote. Now, Sri Lanka is all set to win a 5-wicket victory over West Indies in their rain-hit ODI opener on Sunday. This is what they registered. Opening batter Nishan Madhushka scored a half-century on debut and shared a 137-run partnership for the 4th wicket with captain Charit Asalanka to help Sri Lanka take a 1-0 lead. Earlier, West Indies scored 185 for a loss of 4 wickets in 38.3 of it 50 allotted overs before rain halted the proceedings at Pallikal. When play resumed, Sri Lanka were given a target of 232 runs in 37 overs under the DLS method and it reached 234 for a loss of 5 wickets with 31 deliveries to spare. Moving on to other sports now. To begin with archery, India's Dipika Kumari won the silver medal in women's recurve event at the Archery World Cup final in Tlaxcala region of Mexico. The 30-year-old Indian archer lost to People's Republic of China's Li Jiamen by 6-0 in the final. In the quarterfinals, Dipika Kumari defeated Li Jiamen in straight sets. She followed it up with 6-4 victory over Mexico's Alejandra Valencia. This was Dipika Kumari's 6th medal in the Archery World Cup finals. In hockey, Hockey India has named a 22-member men's team for the upcoming bilateral series against reigning world champions Germany. The 2-match series will be played in New Delhi on the 23rd and 24th of October. The Indian team will be led by Harmanpreet Singh, while Vivek Sagar Prasad will be the vice-captain. Midfielder Hardik Singh has missed out as he continues to recover from an injury sustained during the Paris Olympic Games. Mandeep Singh, who was rested for the Asian Champions Trophy, has returned to the forward line. Recently, India defeated China to clinch the Asian Champions Trophy. In soccer, Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has been honoured at an award ceremony in UK for his team's performance at the latest edition of the FA Cup final. Our next report gets you more details. Take a look. Manchester United celebrated manager Erik ten Hag has been honoured at a Football Writers Association award dinner in recognition of their FA Cup success last season from the FWA Northern Branch on Sunday, the 20th of October. The award comes in the wake of Man United's victory over Man City in FA Cup final that came last May, where United beat City by 2-1. Speaking on this, Erik ten Hag said, "A title demands huge commitment and sacrifice."
I know, as a manager, it's really difficult to win trophies. So first of all, I want to say to all my colleagues who are here, who win trophies, a big congratulations for their performances with the teams. Because I can say, and I have some experience, it's not so easy to win titles, to win trophies. And which the level is. I know all the levels in English football are very competitive. And to win a title that demands a huge commitment, a huge sacrifice in your family, but also sacrifice to get the team doing what you want. And of course, you don't do this alone.
On Saturday, Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund got on the score sheet as Ten Hag's side bounced back after conceding a controversial goal to beat Brentford by 2-1 at Old Trafford for their first victory in more than a month. The victory meant United climbed to 10th in the Premier League standings on 11 points after 8 matches and eased some of the pressure on Ten Hag, whose job has been the subject of media speculation.
Football is you have to live. For now, and it was all the past, but you have to prove your every day. You have to prove yourself every season. So we have to go for it, and we're just in the start of the season, and we will see where we will end. But of course, that is our target, to win a trophy again.
With this recognition, Erik ten Hag has more to prove as a team, considering their recent placement at EPL's points table. Sports Desk, DD India. Now, Liverpool passed their biggest test of the season so far as they secured a 2-1 home victory over Chelsea to keep them on top of the Premier League standings. Curtis Jones' first goal since January provided the difference in a title battle as Liverpool won for the 10th time in 11 matches in all competitions under their new boss Arne Slot. Mohamed Salah's 29th minute penalty put the hosts in front against the run of play, but Chelsea levelled after the break. Midfielder Jones gave Liverpool the lead when he put Salah's low cross in the net. They have 21 points from 8 games, one more than second-placed Manchester City. In another match, Nottingham Forest will face Crystal Palace on Monday night. Nottingham Forest have been quietly making waves this season, having suffered just a single defeat in their first 7 top-flight matches. Moving on, Liverpool manager Arne Slot says his squad's defensive efforts pleased him as much as the goals they scored in their 2-1 victory over Chelsea in the Premier League.
It was an equal game, in my opinion, where we're faces in a game where we had to work really hard not to concede. But it's very pleasing to see that that's also what we did. I think we all saw the great block tackles Dominic and Curtis had. Curtis first half, Dominic second half. And those moments are just as crucial as the goals we've scored.
And Neymar took part in Al Hilal training on the eve of the Asian Champions Trophy group stage match at UAE's Pro League club Al Ain after recovering from a serious knee injury. The 32-year-old Brazil forward has not played since sustaining the injury during his nation's World Cup qualifier against Uruguay in October last year. He suffered a ligament injury and underwent a surgery in November. Having moved to Saudi Arabia from French champions Paris Saint-Germain in August last year, Neymar had only played 5 games before his layoff. Now, Lionel Messi's Inter Miami were awarded a spot in next year's FIFA World Cup to be held in the United States. Inter Miami will occupy the host bid, which was one of 2 spots remaining in the 32-team tournament, where soccer giants like Real Madrid, Manchester City, Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain will compete in a World Cup-style tournament for a championship.
Lionel Messi and Major League Soccer's Inter Miami were awarded a spot in next year's 2025 FIFA Club World Cup and will host the opening game of the 32-team tournament featuring top clubs from around the world.
And Messi again, round area.
Miami, who won their first MLS Supporters Shield this month as the club with the most points in the regular season, are the penultimate team added to the June 15-July 13 tournament being held around the United States.
Well, it was really an incredible moment to be able to tell to the fans of Inter Miami, which has had an incredible season, record of points and everything, live, that they are qualified for the FIFA Club World Cup. They are now officially one of the 32 best clubs in the world already after a few years since their existence. And now they can start writing their story also on a global stage.
Great first touch from Leo Capano.
The United States were always said to have a host club in the tournament, but rather than awarding the spot to the winner of the December 7 MLS Cup final, FIFA determined the Supporters Shield winner recognizing consistent performance over a 34-game season.
That record points number.
Yeah, they go into decision.
FIFA announced Miami's addition to the Club World Cup after they broke MLS regular season points record with a 6-2 win over New England Revolution to reach 74 points.
The Columbus Crew.
Messi made an instant impact when he joined Miami mid-season last year, leading them to a Leagues Cup title, yet was unable to deliver enough magic to help his new club overcome their early season results and make the playoffs. But in Messi's first full MLS season, Miami wrapped up the Supporters' Shield and top playoff seat in early October with 2 regular season matches remaining. The Argentinian great missed nearly half the 2024 season due to injuries and national team duties, but made the most of his playing time with 20 goals in 19 games. Seattle Sounders are the only other MLS side in the Club World Cup after having earned their place by winning the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League. Sports Desk, DD India.
On to tennis now. In the next report, we bring you top updates from the world of tennis, from victories in tournaments to latest women's WTA rankings. We'll get you all of that. Take a look.
This weekend in tennis saw significant action, with Karen Khachanov winning his 7th ATP Tour title at Almaty Open and Tommy Paul claiming his 3rd title of 2024 at the Stockholm Open, joining Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz as 3-time winners this year. At the Almaty Open, Karen Khachanov triumphed over Canadian Gabrielle Diallo, overcoming a second set slip while leading 4-2 to secure a 6-2, 5-7, 6-3 victory in 2 hours and 23 minutes. This marked his first indoor hardcourt title since defeating Novak Djokovic in 2018 Masters 1000 Paris final. In Antwerp, Robert Bautista Aguirre celebrated his return to the winner's circle for the first time since 2022, decisively beating Jiří Lečeka 7-5, 6-1 to become the second oldest tour-level champion this year. Tommy Paul secured his 3rd ATP title of 2024 at the Stockholm Open, defeating Grigor Dimitrov 6-4, 6-3. The 4th seed dominated the tournament, not dropping a single set, and enhanced his chances of qualifying for the ATP finals for the first time. Japan's Naomi Osaka to skip next month's Billie Jean King Cup finals in Spain as she recovers from injuries that have kept her out of key tournaments. The 4-time Grand Slam champion had been one of the big draw cards for the team tournament in Malaga from November 13th to 20th. Osaka sustained a back injury during China Open before skipping to Japan Open and the Pan Pacific Open. In the latest WTA rankings, Aryna Sabalenka has risen to the top spot, marking the 2nd occasion in which the Belarusian surpasses Iga Swiatek. Due to points in players' participation in the WTA 500 tournaments, the Polish player loses the 1st position, breaking her impressive streak of weeks at the top of the list. Sports Desk, TT India.
Now, India's Arjun Khade and Ritvik Pulipalli produced a stunning comeback to win men's doubles title at the Almaty Open tournament in Kazakhstan on Sunday. Khade and Pulipalli beat Colombia's Nicolas Barrientos and Tunisia's Skander Mansouri by 3-6, 7-6 and 14-12 in a super tiebreaker to clinch their maiden ATP Tour crown. Moving on, New Delhi is all set to host the Asia Pacific Bocce and Bowling competition from 18th of November till the 23rd of it. Special Olympics Bharat President Dr. Malika Nadda hailed it as a significant achievement. In an exclusive interview with DD India's Narayan Singh, she highlighted the Special Olympic Bharat's holistic approach to promoting the overall development of athletes with intellectual disabilities.
New Delhi is set to host the Asia Pacific Bocce and Bowling competition, and to talk more in this, I am joined by the President of the Special Olympic Bharat and the President of the Asia Pacific Advisory Council, Malika Nadda ji. Madam, very warm welcome, and New Delhi is set to host the Asia Pacific Bocce and the Bowling competition from the 18th of November to 23rd. So how you look this opportunity, especially for the kids with the intellectual disabilities?
Special Olympics Bharat is all geared up and prepared for this event, where 12 countries will be participating and 350 athletes, parents, coaches and honored guests will be a part of this program, including Special Olympics Bharat team and our volunteers. We hope that such events will not only pave a way for in future for World Games, but also it will keep Bharat program in the national and international stage. Special Olympics Bharat is one of the biggest program internationally, and we hope that being one of the biggest program of the world.
How much satisfaction you receive when you're able to make these athletes self-reliant? Shivani is an example. She's in front of us.
It is a holistic development of our special children. So it begins with health, then sports, then school unification, unified sports programs. And then we talk about skill training and making them self-reliant. Youth leadership program is also one of our important programs where we are trying to mentor our athletes to become leaders in themselves. So with all these programs, we are able to take care of our special children and make them self-reliant and also active and happy members of the society, bringing them in the fold of the society. And where we talk about inclusive society, we are doing our best to make our children a part of this society.
As you mentioned that the health is an important aspect for the special athletes, and you people have also doing excellent work. As you mentioned, the number of health checkups the Special Olympic Bharat has done. So ma'am, how from your perspective of a president of the coveted organization, how important such initiatives are and how you are trying to bring other stakeholders in this?
Special Olympics is talking about holistic development. So health checkup becomes the first stepping stone to include such special children who are in special schools, who are in the community, or who are in normal schools. Through health checkups, they come and register with us, or our coaches and our team go to the remote areas and register such athletes, and then we organize the camps. After screening of the athletes and after bringing them in our fold, we try to assess their ability in sports and games, and after assessing their ability in sports and games, we try to train them and then include them in district, national and international level activities, sports and games.
So we can see that the way the Special Olympic Bharat is working, they are not only just working in the field of sports, but also they are trying to make the health checkups. They're also doing for the unified sports, and also trying to bring all the stakeholders together so that the mission of the, we can say that the inclusivity can be taken to the next level. With camera person Sunny Karla, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi.
On to athletics, a double Olympic gold medalist, Uganda's Joshua Cheptegei, lived up to his reputation to clinch men's crown, while Alamadi's Ayayu secured a surprise win in women's category at the Delhi Half Marathon organized on Sunday. Kenya's Alex Matata led a major part of the race, but Cheptegei came from behind to snatch the lead and win the marathon in 59 minutes and 46 seconds. Nicholas Kipkorir finished third to complete the podium finish. Meanwhile, Alamadi Ayayu of Ethiopia won the women's title. Kenya's Cynthia Limo led the field right from the beginning. However, the Ethiopian runner pulled ahead in the second phase of the race and crossed the finish line to take the top spot, while Limo came second and Mesfin finished third. The podium finishers in both men's and women's categories have received $27,000, $20,000 and $13,000 respectively. On to updates from the 11th season of Pro Kabaddi League. Jaipur Pink Panthers scored a hard-fought 39-34 victory over Bengal Warriors in a thrilling contest at the Pro Kabaddi League match. For Jaipur Pink Panthers, captain Arjun Deshwal scored 15 points, while Nitin Dhankal registered 13 points for the Bengal Warriors. The game also saw the record breaker Pradeep Narwal creating history as he became the first ever player to achieve the 1700-point milestone in the history of the league. Well, that's all for this edition of DD India Sports Pass, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it right now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Dipika, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching Sports Pass. Namaskar.